to another grand finals, potentially at their last. K-Corp really needs a win here to extend their lead over Oxygen for Worlds, while BDS looks to lock #1 seed for London Major. The stakes have changed, but they are still there.
Oh boy.
The major is out of sight for K-Corp, but a chance for their 4th EU qualifier
This is
victory
it.
is still alive for the
All the
Blue
marbles for
Every
KC.
individual
They need to
point
win
there
the
for
entire
Europe's
event to
final.
basically put themselves in the best position they possibly can for Worlds. They cannot make the major. All they can do is make Worlds now, but they cannot even secure it by winning this entire event. It's just going to be harder and harder for anyone to overtake them if they do.
They're going to want to make sure that this is one of those times where they are able to peak, because it's so important, as Johnny was saying on the desk, not just in this individual tournament in terms of prize money, but when you look at the grand scheme of the entire season and World's implications. A major for Oxygen, there's a lot to play for.
Yeah, it'd certainly make Oxygen's London run a lot harder if K-Corp could take out the entire day here. As BDS, on the other hand, well, back-to-back wouldn't look too bad for them in terms of EU online qualifiers. And as I said, seeding still on the line. You want to be grabbing every point possible. And just a little bit of momentum for BDS going into London.
But with this early minute kind of ticking down so far, not seeing too many chances.
Many things could happen by the end of this game, but all I'm going to say is that this is KC's to win. Pressure is on them more than anything. BDS, they haven't locked, but they have basically locked the major and Worlds because they have made the major. And I know for a fact that they aren't going to just flop instantly. They'll at least make it to round 5 at their worst.
Whereas K-Corp, a bit more of a traditional series yesterday against Oxygen. I thought they looked fantastic. But it's a new dawn,
So it's up to KC.
and Monkey Moon is
They have to be the ones
present.
to decide their fate. BDS's fate has already basically been decided. So it's all pressure onto KC, man. That's going to be the problem for them, because they're going to feel pressure.
Just such a smart pass.
Even if they are the iciest team in the tournament, and probably the world, with previous results and everything, regardless if they are playing good now or not, it will always linger in the back of their minds until the end of the season, really.
And BDS, one of those unrelenting teams where when they get 2, 3, 4 goals, they do not let up that pressure. They'll make sure that they continue. They want their opponents to be completely demoralized, but that is still a very long way off. Now 2 minutes has elapsed. Exotic can tap it over towards that left-hand side. Vatira up to the ceiling with about 30 boosts to start off the play. He ends with 0 and also no control of the ball.
Ooh.
Johnny said it perfectly there on the desk as well. I mean, when this team is peaking, they're just about unbeatable. This team BDS, and honestly, we almost fell into that trap as analysts and predictors in the previous event.
Oh, if Addo didn't get bumped there, that would have been really good, a really good spot for him.
And then they just made the playoffs their own. Perhaps
That's a good bump from Atto. Vatira to rise to the shot. Oh, it's just skimmed away before the defender was demoed.
To wake up and to start hitting some of those 99 shots. Quickly enough, they could well be the favourites in this one.
Shame it wasn't 100. I think we're all pulling for that. I was looking at chat during that series. 100 shots would have been something a little bit special. Right at the end of the series, they nearly had it, but Atto logging another 1 shot in favour of Karmine Corp there. 2 players up, and we do see BDS a couple of times, regardless of their opponent, to be honest, just go for a couple of these double commits. And I think it's on KC to make sure.
I'm not sure if that boom was what they needed. No one was forward. It's just a free possession for BDS. That is awkward as shit. Bob.
Does eventually get the clear. On the other side of things, I think,
you know, as an org, BDS have been very, very consistent, and that's good to see. I mean, you can say something for Karmine Corp, but BDS have been more consistent with like picking good players.
And going into yesterday's series as well,
not like as in results. Results-wise, KC picked that easily. They're probably the most consistent org in the world right now. But
the uncharacteristic miss from the backboard is going to be giving
well,
BDS their second.
I don't think anyone's overtaken them just because they've had that one bad result. But yeah, BDS when it comes to picking new rookies and making a good team, they're the most consistent with it. Right back from before they even won the Worlds, but at the beginning of the year, from right back then, basically since they entered Rocket League, they've been very good at it. Which is weird because they're not as good in other games, at least like ones where the region's dominant. I mean, I know they're not in League of Legends, but that's just because the region isn't that dominant. Europe isn't that dominant region, it's Asia. Well, BDS are the better team in Game 1. A little bit surprising, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, not completely off the table, and can, isn't, the most surprising thing that could have happened, because it hasn't been that big of a blowout. It's just been a few good chances they've had.
Manages to keep that goal away. Final 10 now.
That was a phenomenal save from Monkey.
Oh, that 50. That's the thing, Drelly's just there for that. Like, it doesn't matter if it was a good 50, because Drelly's there. Shit, why does he have an emu on his shirt? Has he just done that because he's casting with CJ? Is that why?
Or against BDS. I think they either get slapped around or they smash the team that they come up against. And so far, looking like this one game is obviously going in their favour, so could still be that 4-0, 4-1 either way. The Karmine Corp clearly wanting to make sure that they do not suffer a couple of those goals going their way again.
Crucially as well, I think today Monkey Moon looks on. He was best friends with the crossbar yesterday, but particularly defensively, some of those saves that he was pulling out there in game number 1 is huge for BDS. That's a huge dunk though coming through. Had to get back in time. Exotic doing very well. Probably the least talked about member, Stumpy, of this BDS lineup, but so important for his striking and I guess support facilitating role for this team.
I mean, he seems like a brand new player coming from Karmine Corp in the previous season.
Oh, that's a great pass, but Exotic is there.
Addition to BDS, and he's come alive in a completely different way. Offensively, he has been one of the greatest players that we have seen come out of him. He looks much more confident on the pitch, and it's a pleasure to see. And BDS clearly thriving with that kind of skill and that talent being on their side this time.
Oh, it's so nice.
Oh my god, the defense is ridiculous.
Turn defense into attack. Thought could have been a certain goal for Vatira. He had such good line on the reset, but fantastic defense. BDS perhaps
the attack right now has been incredible for Karmine Corp. All the pressure to them, but BDS's defense has been top tier.
Land, catch, and then get it away. Does all of those things in quick succession to keep BDS safe. First 90 seconds elapsed. Exotically attacking from this left-hand edge. Tries to go for the 50. Instead, Vatira is going to be there. Rise in. Second uses a lot of boost. That's towards target. Atto with a miss, but Monkey Moon this time round not reading it.
7 minutes nearly gone now in this series, and K-Corp still yet to find their first goal. Could be a case of the one to open up the floodgates, but so far they're looking a little bit awkward. That's going to be online, but again, 2 are back in time. Exotic once again clutching up.
Atto now going high with it. Rise.
Oh, the fake.
Getting the reset instead. Atto comes in and Atto completely.
It's a shame that it couldn't be a shot on net.
Atto again just taking a pot shot, trying to stress out that BDS defense.
Great catch from Vatira.
With 60 boost,
great fake out.
And then going low with the next 2 committing. This is where KC need to work in and stretch the BDS defense even further.
They're trying to clamp down, but you can see 100 boost, Monkey Moon and Drally. Exotic the only one low, even after they had so much defense to do, but K-Corp back on the attack. Rise with space.
Rise beats one there, but gets bumped and Exotic just catches it. Wow, this genuinely just does not look good for Karmine Corp at all. This just looks like BDS is just going to run with it. Because even though they're not winning this game, Karmine Corp has so much pressure and they just cannot score no matter what. Like, it doesn't look like BDS are going to score, but it also doesn't look like Karmine's going to score. And Karmine has just been on BDS's side of the field the entire game for the most part. Like, besides literally right now, it's been all on BDS's side of the field. And it doesn't take long before it starts to look a little dangerous as well.
Really starting to form something magical. Can't quite pull it off just yet, however.
And that time it was like K-Corp looking like kangaroos in there, just hopping up and down. They managed to save, but not that pitch, because Drally
Oh no!
I think it was in the middle there, as a human launching pad. It was Atto coming off the back.
Oh no! This is not a good look for Karmine Corp.
Himself, but either way, Vatira not ready.
And also for him to get to the ball quick enough yet to get the reset, land, using the wave dash to then get even close enough to that ball in the first place. Stunning play from Drali. And when we talk about, you know, young guns in the RLCS, Drali has to get
double,
mention.
and that's in. Oh, bro, Atto is just so fucking good, bro. It's just, he is the difference right now.
But finally they fire. What a first goal as well. Just look how smart that play is.
Jesus,
the
man.
first touch to put it behind and on the backboard, so they couldn't get the clear, which makes the angle so much harder on net. That's the level of gameplay we have these days. Gives himself a very tough double to read, but finds the angle and nails it home for K-Corp.
There's a lovely fake kickoff too coming in favour of Karmine Corp, where Atto can then move back into his own half, and a miss is not going to do anything just there. But yeah, the fake kick at the start just gives you that little extra bit of pressure. No goal, but we're going to be seeing what is available.
That's the annoying thing as well that I notice is that every single time Karmine Corp get into a good spot, regardless if BDS can actually do anything or not, they just bump. I mean, it's smart, but it's super annoying.
He almost tried to place it too well.
Literally, unless Karmine Corp are scoring worldy goals,
as I said, the floodgates might be open now. They got the
they're not scoring. They can score absolute strikes. Like, it can be a top corner strike, it's not going to go in after like 3 passes, and that's not going to go in. Unless it's like a high angle double tap flip reset, some bullshit like that. They are not scoring. At least right now.
Manages to work his way back, we're just going for one ball and the second. Comes in with Ryan's challenge.
Karmine don't win this game, it's going to look a bit tough for them for the rest of the series.
Again, dunk after dunk. Rise now central with this one. BDS under pressure.
And it's overtime.
Overtime.
I really like that from Atto, just late, cutting rotation, just keeping the pressure on BDS, but from a kickoff, everything's reset. Drally gets a touch, it's pre-jump by Atto. He's trying not to land on because Vatira wanted the shot.
No, that could have been a goal. That should have been a goal.
Look at the bounce as well. No one's ready. Everyone's going, whoa, let's back off that thing. Our Drally's got an open net, but he misses.
Oh my lord. What the hell, man?
But Vatira on the back foot, that would have been on target. That really could have been a goal. Rise now, they're able to take that pass towards the centre. Exotic challenging with Vatira, bouncing lovely. And 2 more players from BDS go to attack that one, and KC still haven't figured out. Send one man to their double commit, and then suddenly you're in a 2-on-1 at absolute worst.
How important these 50s are.
This is reminding me a little bit of actually the Karmine Oxygen game, where it's just like low scoring really close. But bro, Vatira's just, he's doing some good shots, but it's like right at the defenders. Oh my lord.
The K-Corp back in time.
It's that great block too, forcing
That's a
it when
great
the ball
beat there.
Towards net or towards the corner.
Here played it perfectly.
From the
Price
KC
50.
defender, just forced it
Here
into
on
that
the
corner
wall.
bounce instead. Exotic.
But unfortunately, there's 2 defenders there, and then the third one comes in and just takes it away. Bumping. Oh my lord, and that's in.
The shot from Exotic top bins. BDS find their second game.
I mean, how unlucky was this bounce off the post for K-Corp? It just fired straight out. You can see Rise wanting to take it to the corner. Exotic, the only one on the pitch.
Karmine just can't.
And he shoots top.
Karmine showed that they were the better
Very
team.
long time. Joy, the one
In the end, in the long run.
Last time
And then they just lost it
in
to
game number 3.
Gentlemen.
This could be where Karmine
Fair play, because Gentlemates went to win the whole thing.
They absolutely need
Nothing to take off them,
Yeah,
but
would probably love to see
that should have been Karmine's
some
game.
slow play coming
That
through, particularly
major.
Rise. He's sort of a player that can sense
And oh
the
well.
speed of the game. BDS applying so much pressure. Just would love to see.
Now they've just kind of fallen off
bring it
since
back
then.
A little bit. Just take a little bit
And
of
they
speed.
finally regained a bit, and
Try
they're
and catch
getting
BDS
an
up.
unlucky
Because
matchup.
right now,
in the
As I
semis.
said, this pressure, this speed game, it certainly feels like a BDS style of game rather than K-Corp. You can see it here again, reset off the ceiling. Didn't quite land that time for Drally, but they're looking so comfortable when they're making KC defend.
And KC's defense has been pretty good so far, just not quite good enough. And I think just the glaring issues that happen once or twice have been the difference maker. We don't talk as much about the stunning saves that they make or diving back or even just shutting it down before it really becomes a big issue.
That transition was
when you have
incredible.
one error, like Rise going for that
BDS just went from being on defense to being on the attack in like 3 seconds.
Extended pressure in favor of BDS. Monkey using all boost, but with a demo that opens everything up for Rise to send it a little bit further downfield. Drally picking it up on the backside, but with no boost, he can't get it very far. Shoots it right on the corner. Can't make it on target. Cannot get the rebound.
Are you serious?
No one read that.
That's literally like what happens in my ranked games. They miss a save, and you read them save, and then they miss it, and then it's just free save because they missed it.
BDS looking to attack. That was a chance, though. They did catch them out. I mentioned it before, just almost baiting BDS in.
Hate when that
they had
happens.
no third man in that situation, almost catching the open net.
That's a brilliant chance.
Damn.
Unfortunate for Atto that he wasn't able to read that post quite as well as he would have liked. But Monkey Moon also didn't read it. Neither of them getting the touch that they would have desired, but Monkey Moon getting the desired outcome regardless. Atto, long shot, that is going just wide of the net, but a demo opens it up. Smoke screen just fades in time for Monkey Moon to clear away.
Yeah, I like this from Rise as well. Look at him cutting rotation, looking for bumps and demos. This is what can happen when you just slow the pace down a little bit. It enables that first man to hang around a bit more. He's not so focused on having to rotate back, having to help out third. So he knows his teammates are going to be sitting a little bit deeper. Atto, fantastic first touch.
Oh.
Shot Rise underneath, but once again, Monkey Moon's defense has been stellar this series.
I saw a minute ago, Drally just sat in net waiting. Rice thought he was going to jump, and Drally stayed completely still, but did not move in net. And so Rise flew past him. That is the kind of play that we're seeing come out from BDS, where they know their game plan and they are sticking to it.
Karmine are bumping and stuff now, but it's just like, it's not like a BDS bump.
With Rise continuing the assault on that BDS side. Midfield sees more and more battles. Atto dropping it down towards the tier of the 50, going in favour of BDS again. And my word, have we not seen those 50s go in favour of BDS a lot this series?
You can see a shift in gameplay.
And that's why they keep winning. Not because of their skill, but because of their 50.
As I said, just playing a little bit slower, second and
Which
third.
is half luck, half skill in my opinion. 50s can be skill, but it still can be luck as well. It's all about positioning of the car, but it's also about whether the game wants to be, makes sense or not. Because there's been times, especially in my games, that I've noticed that on even kickoffs, you can lose it, even if you're the one who touches it last. Which doesn't make any physical sense.
And they're still managing to get these huge clears downfield, and they found Monkey Moon, the worst player you want to find if you're K-Corp. Drally, we got to keep this one in for now. Rise by jumping, recognise the whiff coming through, and
Can't win them all.
all Drally can do is take it back to that corner where he does land on the boost. More bumps coming through. You can see Rise, you can see
that could have been good.
Front, but for now,
So even though Karmine are down 2-0 in the series, they are looking very, very close to BDS. This could be a fucking sweep for all we know, and it could be really close. This is reminding me as well of last year in Worlds, Vitality versus Moist, where it was a 4-0 sweep for Vitality, but like besides one game, they were all like 1-0 games, and I think 2 or 3 of them were overtime.
Just wide of the net, Vatira has to clear it away from Exotic, but a boost steal from Drally could turn the tide.
It was a nice demo though from Vatira.
Good read from Atto. Over 1, but that's all we can get. He has no boost. Vatira to Rise up to the backboard. Exotic's there with no boost. Then bang! Atto scores. 15 seconds left. That's all they need to hold. They can do that.
That pass down from Vatira
Right.
to Rise completely throws Exotic
Right.
off the play entirely. Atto then
Right.
came to finish it, but that was
Please.
done 3 or 4 steps
Give us a series.
Great play from KC, a different KC to games 1 and 2. With 15 seconds left, they just need to make sure that nothing else goes in.
Yeah, the first mistake, that was Exotic on the backboard, 10 seconds. What can Monkey Moon do? He's got no boost. Vatira just got to keep this ball nice and close.
Good demo.
In BDS's defensive half.
Now they just need to drop it to the ground. Oh, it's straight to Drally, but Drally has no boost. He still managed to pop it up to Exotic, who also has no boost, and that's down. Oh.
The game at number 4 now, with Karmine Corp needing to make sure that they continue that momentum. Just one goal separated from a remarkably low-scoring series so far. With Rise getting an early demo, that may all be a sign of things to come, where the aggression from Rise, I feel like has started and stopped a couple of times this entire weekend. But when KC are their best, it's when Rise...
KC, if they can win this game to tie up the series, they've put themselves in a very good spot. If not, and they lose this game, they are in almost the worst spot they possibly could be.
With low boost, all he can do is find Atto, who, once again, Exotic, really defending well.
Drally just doesn't care, bro. He's just going for it, man. This is reminding me of Lunar Galaxy versus Jobless at this point. I keep saying it reminds me of this series, and this series, and this series, but it genuinely does. It's just all parts of this series that remind me of the main aspects of other series that happen. That's just how crazy this series has been so far.
And uses 100 boost to make sure that ball does not go awry. Monkey Moon, a snapshot.
Good save from Vatira. Vatira's up. He has to get that to Atto, but he can't. He goes for the 50. Wasn't the great 50, but Atto was there for it, and oh. Rise needed to hit that in, man. Just barely missed it. This is the post.
Right in front of the net, and Rise just drove straight past it. He did get faked. Another save from Drally, but still could have been another goal.
What the fuck is that car design from Drally? Is that like a... Oh, I know what decal that is. What? But that looks so ugly. Maybe that's the difference. The car designs from Drally are destructing the shit out of KC.
Again from KC, but no one there. Amato stealing that back boost is going to be shutting down, or at least hampering
Good
this
flick
attack,
from...
this offensive play.
Oh my god. Why are the BDS players on backball like that?
2 minutes elapsed.
Oh, that was a great beat by Atto, but yeah,
Atto can't get anything.
not
Rise
boost.
on target. Monkey Moon can take this shot that really did not have as much spice on it as I think Rise would have liked.
Looking very close. It's looking very, very close. It's scary.
That's what happens when K-Corp change up the speed a little bit. They're just sitting a little bit higher than you'd perhaps like. Is Atto has to wait for the touch with 100 boost. Monkey Moon has been 50'd, and Atto's just going to try and run all the way down. Drally, he was flirting with danger there.
I tell you what, Atto missing that boost just by sheer luck of where he
And then Atto
he's going to be hating that.
down
That's
to
a great chance for him. Exotic speeding in, taking the
that could have been nice, but yeah.
Uh-oh. Sent long as Drally.
Can't let Drally do that.
Chance 1, 2, the pass is sublime.
Can't let Drally get up to that. Drally with space like that is the worst thing that could have possibly happened. And it's exactly what happened.
That is absolutely superb.
There's still 2 minutes. Karmine could easily score. They've done it in the past, they can do it again. But it's not a great look for them. Atto's up for it. Touching. Boom, bang, bing, bong, bang.
80% of everything on the output side of KC.
Yeah, once again, he's nearly got, well, he's got double, both Rise and Vatira score, triple Riser score right now, so certainly getting a lot of...
Atto was playing great. Vatira and Rise need to step up their game.
Get active. This is a great chance for him, but...
Rise is trying to do his whole demo thing, but unfortunately it's not working, so he needs to try something different.
He's faking everyone out. He's only got Monkey Moon now. He's going the low 50. Vatira just trying to force it.
Yeah, Vatira shouldn't have gone for the ball there, he should have gone for the bump, but looked like he tried to do both.
As Vatira now has to retrieve it in that back there, challenged by Exotic in the skies. Atto high in his own corner, pre-jump by Drally. That's a lot of boost use for Drally, not too much result from it.
Vatira, what a save, Rise? Nah. Yeah, no one's there for it because no one has fucking boost. This is really unfortunate for Karmine Corp because they looked, even in the series so far, they have looked great. The BDS's defense marked with the, put together with their demos and their lucky ass 50s
Exotics there with
It just gives
Monkey
them
Moon
that
with
edge.
100 boost.
They
You
don't.
feel
None
like
of these
they're
players,
safe
maybe
as houses.
Drown, but none of these
Exotic
players
getting the
look
double
better
tap.
than any of the
Viteira really
Karmine
was not
Corp
expecting,
players.
but can get the block away regardless. Rise catching midfield. Demo from a relatively
So maybe I'm
sitting
Drowning.
Viteira. Right hand side with
But they're just,
Exotic and
as a
Charlie.
team,
Both
they're
trying to
just,
push down now. Charlie trying to challenge the man.
they are just
The
working
1, 2,
better,
and
I
Rise
guess.
just
Which is
finally
weird to
working
say,
his way
considering
in to clear
Karmine
away.
Corp, especially
Final
last
10,
split,
BDS lead.
they looked like they were in perfect synergy. No one was going to stop them.
It's looking pretty tough from here. Viteira.
0 second goal. They can do it. No, they can't. That's
3-1.
That's triple match point.
5 on Aquadome. A chance for BDS to shut it down here, and now 4-1.
No timeouts left either for K Corp. They're just gonna have to run it down 3 games in a row.
Karmine cannot make any mistakes here at all, and they gotta hope that BDS cannot just, you know, run away with it.
Touch goes low. Early shot fired on. Is that man Atto again? He has been the shining light here for K Corp, but still aren't finding that form that they found against Oxygen yesterday.
That form versus Oxygen yesterday as well was.
Oh my god,
Viteira.
Viteira. That was a great
That's how
pinch.
good they looked. The BDS making sure they're putting on a little bit of a better performance compared to their Oxygen compatriots who will be there in the major. Thanks to the efforts previously of Lunar Galaxy. Viteira backboard, straight back down. Who's going to be there to receive? Drali, the man that nobody on Karmine Corp wanted to be the next man to it, and a great challenge from Exotic. Having no chance for KC here to breathe or be comfortable.
I don't know if it's a directive from BDS, but it feels like Atto's the only player on K-Corp that seems to have time on the ball. Every time Viteira's gone for a solo play, there's been an instant challenge from Drali, from Monkey Moon, just putting a hand up, and here they go again, BDS. Drali off the ceiling. He's going to hand it off to Monkey this time, K-Corp. We're watching the touch, but he has to get everyone. He gives Monkey 3 off the dribble.
And no boost. Rise had no boost. Atto was too far forward. Viteira had no boost.
Atto didn't see it coming. The immediate
What are they meant to do?
coming.
They're stuck.
Viteira jumping at a ball that went past about 5 seconds prior. BDS, the lead again in a minute 10.
He just made him look silly there. It was a goal out of nothing, and he had no right to be scoring that solo play. They were set up. But once again, you just saw the reaction times. Oh, like it's probably Rise.
No, BDS win this, and they win the regional. They don't do as good as KC did in the first one, but they do very close to it by winning 2.
That is just the BDS match, but this is going to be open if he finds
Oh my god!
No!
Body. Oh, they do find the save, but it's too late. Monkey finds the goal. 2-goal swing for BDS.
That was a goal for Karmine that just ripped away from them.
Viteira just took that chance away from Rise as well. Yes, Viteira should have scored it, wrap your car around it, send it leftward. But Rise is waiting. But he sees in the chat, I got it, and then sees Viteira go slinging past it into the corner. Then the counter-attack from BDS. They're demoralizing. 20 seconds here. And BDS need to make sure they capitalize on this and Karmine
This is not good.
rally.
Karmine Corp are looking out
We saw
here.
a double commit there again from K-Corp in defense.
That might be game.
It felt like Viteira last second sort of, you know, said, actually, Rise, you have it. But sure enough, he'd already caused enough trouble for Rise to go, well, I'm not in position at all to try and have this. Drali, though, look at the defense on the other side. BDS looking phenomenal so far, always having 2 back, always supporting each other.
Pass to Rise. That's 1. That is 1.
Yeah, and that's Rise also in the middle, being that player to just put...
That was a great pass from Atto, and then Rise just pinches it with Drali to force it in.
Sneaks it past both low boost players on BDS too. Only about
I love that
30
goal
boost
explosion.
in
That's a
total
nice
for
goal explosion.
BDS. And that's been the advantage that KC have had so far this entire series. Boost has been on their side, but you would
With
not
the
know it
kickoff
from the
strat,
result.
it doesn't
From
matter.
the kickoff, the 1-2-3 Monkey Moon, the slow play, Rise,
Oh
back
my
in the nick of
lord.
time.
One for the speedometer, the human speedos out there. That goal was 171 kilometers an hour. It came off Drali in the end. That'd have to be up there in the fastest I've ever seen in the RLCS. That is moving. 2-1 though. Still a lot of time here for K-Corp, but not a lot of time in this series. Viteira trying to find the redirect. Exotic had 0, would have been the perfect chance.
Oh.
Don't quite find the
Okay.
angle just yet.
Trying to be a little bit cute there, I think, Viteira, where he had a chance to maybe take the ball low. Of course, he doesn't know how much boost Exotic has got. But I think in hindsight, you would have taken the touch there and then pushed on a low boost defender. Under 2 minutes remaining, 1 goal to chase for Karmine Corp, otherwise 4-1 is
I
their
tried to
destiny.
ceiling pinch that.
It's about 107 miles
Didn't
per
get
hour
it.
as well in freedom units if you are staying up late for this one.
Lucky.
Kilometre.
Not too sure in the end, but here we go. Just 90 seconds left for K-Corp to try and salvage something. Again, they are looking a little bit rattled after that goal. Rise trying to steady the ship. If they are to fall here 4-1 to BDS, Stumpy, if they are to eventually make the World Championships, it's going to be a long wait coming off the most recent performance, which I don't think they'll be too happy with right now.
It's going to be a long old while. That's a shot straight on target. Drali, opposite top corner. You
Yeah.
send it towards the postage
Well,
stamp. Instead, you go to
Karmine
the
had
left.
their chance.
Everything
They had
on
a
the
decent
net of
run, but
KC is
not what they
assaulted.
wanted.
Look at the
Still not
precision
over,
from
but the
Drali. I said
chances
at
are
the
just
start of the
so
series,
low.
I wasn't
Getting further and further away from them. It's just like,
amazed with his performance yesterday. I thought he was good.
what are
but
they
the
meant to do?
expectations are on the ceiling right now. Well, the expectations of these kickoffs, I'm not sure what's happening. It's a double fake coming through, but no damage done either
bump.
side. There's just a minute left, and K-Corp
Alright, should have gone probably a bit low there. Oh, but that might work out in the end, actually.
No one's there, though.
Never mind. Zerobus Drali's just bumping first.
No one, as you said, from K-Corp willing to get in there.
What is that touch from Rise as well? Just a nothing touch, sending it to nowhere. Rise again wanting to actually do something this time. 40 seconds, central. No one there again for Karmine Corp. It is all panic stations for the blue wall.
They look rough, and they've only got 30 seconds to find a miracle right now. That's what it'd be. They're struggling to score as is this entire series. Rise keeps it up. What can he do? He's trying to find a pass. Look at the
Wow.
way BDS are covering the infields. Everyone up,
Maybe it's time to
everyone's
say it,
blocking.
play it.
Feels like there's 10 of them on
BDS
the pitch in net, and they've
are
only got
actually
15
looking good
seconds
for a
now.
change. And look, they're starting to get on their redemption arc.
There's still only 2 goals in this. Monkey Moon, opposite side, those vital seconds.
Karmine Corp have had
ticking
way
down.
harder people to verse the entire tournament. And then BDS come in and make them look shit.
Grand final of the Major 2 Open qualifiers.
Simply way too good today. That's all you can
Well
describe
played to
that
BDS.
series. K-Corp
Personally, I
barely
still
on the
believe that
bench
Karmine
for
should have won
majority of
that.
series, and
They looked so much better as a team.
Defensively, their offense,
But-
the precision that they had.
I mean,
they
not as a
didn't
team,
need
like
99
individually.
shots today. They needed about 10 because
But
their
as a
shooting
team,
percentage
BDS
was
were that
good. And for K-Corp,
better. That's why they won.
said it felt like Atto
Which is
was
the
showing a
disappointing
little bit.
truth.
We saw Rise stepping up, finding a goal.
GG's in the end. On to the grand finals now.
The team that we